Kroc awakened from the shadows creeping, metal scales and fury leaping. Blue Zoids marching side by side, red Zoids beware, there's no place to hide. Engines roaring in the night, steel jaws primed for the fight. Planet Zoidstar forged in flame, guardians rise to stake their claim. Kroc of the blue guardian Zoid army, power surging like a fiery storm, rising up to protect the homeland. Victory through the rage they transform. Circuits humming, hearts of steel, glory found on battle's field. Terrified thrusters screaming loud, face them red Zoids, you ain't proud. Wires sparking neon glow, speed through darkness, fierce they go. No retreat, no backing down, blue Zoids fight for every town. Kroc of the blue guardian Zoid army, power surging like a fiery storm, rising up to protect the homeland. Victory through the rage they transform. Kroc of the blue guardian Zoid army, power surging like a fiery storm, rising up to protect the homeland. Victory through the rage they transform. Victory to transform. Till Zoid transform. Mental dogs stepping seconds away, living try shadows at midday. Local struck, falling, marching the steel, went through the night, iron on golden wheel. Top floors, love fades, but in the sun, back to cries and till war is won. Circuit boards, frying gears riding loud, red sparks light up black mechanical shroud. Robots blow, crush all the light, jumps the savage king in the fight. When mutants reign in the rust and flame, robo-struck warriors scream the name. Left tanks, the guardian blue and bright, face to face, enemy in sight. Alligator roars, wings unfurl, till Metro Dawn counterpulls the world. Circus clash under blood red sky, cold metal giants not left to defy. Wise twist snap in the firelight, kings roar, echoes drown out the night. Industrial wasteland, fight to the bone. Prophecy shattered the war zone. Where mutants and jumps paint in the sky, ruling the ashes till stars defy. Rule robot world, crush all the light. Chomp the savage king in the fight. Red mutants reign in the rust and flame. Robo-struck warriors wasteland, fight to the bone. Prophecy shattered the war zone. Red mutants chant charms made to the sky, ruling the ashes till stars defy. Industrial wasteland, fight to the bone. Prophecy shattered the war zone. Red mutants chant charms made to the sky, ruling the ashes till stars defy.